Hey, what's up YouTube? In today's video, we got into a big old mess. So we started to remodel the bathroom. Thought it was going to be something real simple to do, but you're going to see here right directly that it ended up being a huge mess. But we get it. So stick with the video. There's some cool tips in here I think you guys might like. I do my cheap DIY texture treatment for this bathroom because again, this isn't our forever home. We want to get this thing fixed up, make it look nice. We'll be able to start with a good foundation on the next house. This house had so much stuff that I wish I would have videotaped all that stuff. There's been so much wrong with this house and it's just been non-stop, just fix, fix, fix. Anyway, stick with it. Let me know what you think. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let me know what you think of the texture treatment and then the finished product. I'm gonna try not to make this video super long, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we'll get after it.
Alright guys, so you can see here there is no support whatsoever around the toilet, and all the wood was rotten. It has been damaged for quite some time, so here I've put in a bunch of extra bracing and really made everything a lot beefier, and put in all the plywood, get everything back level, and then I cover everything in a thin layer of mastic as far as the seams go, so that way it's good to go.
Alright guys, so here is the textured wall. And I am going to show you how to do that with this wall. So you can see here from the mudding where it's got that ridge there, you just come back in and it's really easy and just knock that down. Great thing about when you do texture like the way I'm going to do it is this doesn't have to be perfect. You can just knock that down some. Just makes it to where it's a little easier to cover over. Okay. So then, this is what I'm using. There's multiple different kinds, but it's just your joint compound. And the only thing I did was add some water to it. Now the more water you add, the thinner this is going to get, and that's all going to come down to preference on how thick you want your texture. If you don't put any water in it, it's going to be really, really thick. And you'll see here, you smear that on like that. Oh yeah, this is just a car wash mitt. So we got the little guys on there. So anyway, after you get that smeared on there, just come back and pat that out. And there you go. There's your texture pattern. And then you wait for it to dry. And there you go. And now that wall's textured. And all I gotta do is wait. I usually wait a day just to give it time for that to dry. And then it's ready for you to come back and paint. It's cheap, easy, quick way to cover things up. And get a room back to looking good again. I know a lot of people don't care about texture, and there are options for that. So if we come over here to this wall, now this wall is pretty jagged. If you see here what that looks like, take this flat end of your trowel. You can knock a lot of that off. Just keep going until you get it as smooth as you want. But as you can see, it's nowhere near as jagged as it was. It's a quick, easy fix. If you got troubled walls, we didn't want to rip out all the walls here in this bathroom. We're just trying to get it finished up and have it look good. This does last for a long time. We've had this in the basement now for quite a while. Got boys down there. It's holding up just fine. I've seen people do this over paneling. Where I first learned how to do this was a buddy of mine's dad did this in the boys' bedrooms because, well, teenage boys, attitudes and whatnot. There's a lot of dents and holes and stuff in the wall, so he just went back in and filled the holes in, and then he textured over the top, and then painted it, and you could never tell any of the damage was there. And this isn't so pronounced once it's painted. We'll show you when we paint. You'll see that it doesn't stand out as much as it looks like right now. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to work.
the walls are done. And I just finished the ceiling, still has to dry. And then all we gotta do is we gotta come back, like this has some high spots here where it's really spiky. And we'll come back and do that scrape texture that I showed you how to do earlier. But once this dries and we get it scraped, we'll be ready for paint. Alright guys, so as you can see, we've got everything done. I still gotta go in and fix those cracks there where the drywalls meet. That's not a big deal, but we're gonna get the paint on first before we do that. And we knock this down. You can see it's nowhere near as rough as it was. It doesn't have all the little spikes and stuff sticking off of it. So it looks a lot better. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start painting, get these walls painted. You can tell a little bit there. It's a light gray. Should dry a little bit darker. That's what the wife wanted. It kind of matches the gray here in the tiles. So. Alright guys, I know the lighting isn't the greatest in here. What do you guys think now after it's got some paint on it? Get back here just a little ways. I mean, I got you guys about 10 inches from the wall. But anyway, got everything painted. Still gotta paint the ceiling. Still need to put a second coat on as well. But we gotta wait for this to dry first. Wait for the wife to get home and get her seal of approval. She's at work again today. Got lucky and got Friday off, so we're working on the bathroom. More to come though. We're gonna put the flooring in next. Alright guys, I'm going to show you real quick how I do my caulking. So I put this blue masking tape on here, and then I'll caulk like you normally would. And then you just run your finger down it, like so. And then you can just peel that tape back, and you'll have perfect edges. You can do it down around the tub, in the corners, and on the edge there. And we're starting to get the floor in. Alright guys, here we are. We're back in the bathroom. Still working on it as you can see. But we got the sink back in. That's our old vanity. We didn't change anything there. We didn't change anything with the mirror. Trying to do this on a budget because this isn't our forever house. We plan on hopefully selling this place and using that money towards what we're going to do in Kentucky. But you know, this goes to show our imperfections here because we're not perfect. The mirror's still, you know, it's showing its age, but it's in good condition. It's solid, other than the mirror being a little messed up. But here's some of the trim I did. We added all that trim there. And then here's the caulking I was talking about before. I just ran my finger across there and got all that smoothed out. I've still got to do the edge here because I like to caulk all this. Just makes it for a better seal and everything looks a lot smoother, a lot prettier, which is actually what we just did over here on this one. That one's caulked. I still have to put this top plate on. I'm waiting for the paint to dry. But what do you guys think so far? Oh, and I did put the vinyl flooring in. Now for anybody else that's done any kind of laminate flooring, this locks in and everything else just like a normal one does. This is where I've been wiping my caulk finger off at. But as you can see here, it's got the groove and everything interlocks just like normal laminate would. So, except for this is flexible for one. except for this is flexible for one. You can see how much bend that's got to it, and then it's waterproof. So it's perfect for in the bathroom, or anywhere for that matter, but it's perfect for in the bathroom, so we're hoping that helps out a lot. But I'm gonna get this tape and stuff pulled. You know what? Well, I got you guys here. Let's just do this right now for you. I'm gonna grab this piece of tape here. I'm gonna just peel this back, and you guys can see what I was talking about. Look how nice that turned out. There you go. And you can see how nice that line is there for along the trim. Just helps clean things up, makes it look a lot nicer. I'm not a professional, but I did all this like 8 years ago for the wife. There was no tub here when we started. This just had a shower in here, so as you've seen earlier in the video, all the problems with the floor and that, I didn't realize all that was there because I literally just took out the old standing shower, which is just one of those square showers, and there's a temporary wall here. I took that out, and then I added in this bathtub for her, and I did the floor to ceiling tile. I still got some cleaning to do up there from the texturing and stuff, but we'll come back and be a little bit farther along. I know this is a little different than how I normally do it, but I'm trying to condense as much as I can into the video. So that's why we're stopping and coming back, and you're not seeing as much work being done. Plus it's a pretty tight space. This bathroom is only, I think 5 foot, and then it's 7 foot from end to end. Do a little slower for you so you don't get all seasick. It's 7 foot wide, 5 foot. So anyway, let's try one more. There you guys go. You can see how nice that makes that look. There's a bit of a gap there. So this takes the gap out, and that just cleans all that up and makes that trim look beautiful in my opinion. There you go. Now you can see how nice all that looks. So anyway, that's some little tips that I do. I still got to do it along the top here. So well, let's give you one more. Let's just keep rolling with it. We got another one here ready to go. Just go ahead and peel this back for you so you can see how beautiful that turns out. And that's that. Now you got a nice line there along the floor where the trim and the floor meet. I think that looks a lot better. Let me know what you guys think, or if there's a different way you guys do it. All right, guys, here we go. Flooring, old cabinet, old mirror. Got some Christmas guys out here. There's the textured walls. Now this wood here, this is your 1x4. This is your cheap economy stuff that you get at, like we got this at Lowe's. Zoom in here, you can still see the wood grain and stuff in it. Just paint it over with white paint. We have that throughout the rest of the house for trim, but with everything else in here, with having the white cabinet and toilet and the tub and the vanity, with all that being white, just figured the wood was kind of out of place in here. Still got some scrubbing to do, but with the caulk still being fairly tender, it needs to dry a little bit more. We're gonna wait on doing that until it has time to dry.
But anyway, there's our overhaul of the bathroom. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you in the next one.